Yeah, I specifically cut it to where the encounters wouldn't start until part 2.
Okay, so I went back and I looked at part 1's footage, and you were right. You actually did manage to upgrade the contact beam, and I am totally going insane. Just like I.
You held us up for an entire minute just to check that out.
Yes.
To sate your own, sanity.
As opposed to trusting the guy who's played the game 4 times over.
Well, sanity.
Clearly there is none, but this isn't Call of Cthulhu.
Are you?
Or is it?
I could see a case made.
Okay, I could actually make a case for calling the third one Call of Cthulhu.
Did the old ones make an appearance?
Oddly enough,
oh,
that's not too far off.
Why did that?
But again, I'm getting way ahead of myself. I still have to beat this one, and I won't tell you how it turns out.
So much damage.
But I will say this: a lot of body parts fly.
I hope they're not yours.
Even in the one death that I did have in Chapter 8, no body parts flew. I just lit myself on fire.
Oh.
That's kind of what happens when an incendiary barrel flies through the hull of a ship.
I suppose. Better hope the necromorphs don't learn your one weakness.
What, explode things?
Yeah, explosions, fire.
So, as long as they never use Clifford, I'll be perfectly... That's a wordplay and an inside joke that nobody will get.
Except us.
Didn't he say about his tendency to set books on fire and stuff like that?
No.
A couple things again?
Yeah, not this one. Now,
not this one, but if you've been watching.
Well, I was... different joke I was going for altogether.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I mean, I did say wordplay, not past experience. And I say fuck it and completely...
And you whip it!
You shot between its legs.
Between the little lurker's legs. Are you kidding?
I totally whiffed it.
How did that happen?
I don't know, but I gotta get this dog out of the room. 1 second.
Alright, just you and
Oreo, get out. Daddy's recording. Daddy's doing scary things. Come on.
I won't stop the dog.
So, how do we get this marker moving forward again?
Well...
There's another control panel right over there.
Yep. Oh, by the way, you'll notice that the quarantine lights are still going.
Yeah, that wasn't lost on me.
No,
yeah,
okay.
So...
That means we're not done with the circus room yet. Ow, son of a bitch. I kicked my hot sauce bottle.
Well, of course you're not done yet. You still have to move the marker a few more spaces.
A few more feet.
And every inch they're going to...
Well, like I said, not nearly as many encounters as I pictured. Because the last time... Keep in mind, the last time I played this was on impossible mode. So I think they actually add more encounters.
Current playing it on?
Oh, I'm playing it on normal.
Oh.
The main difference between impossible and the other higher difficulty is mostly just the less amount of ammo and more damage. There we go.
There's
the strings guy kind of waited for a second. Like, the lurkers were already there, but...
Why are you bothering when you have the...
Because I upgraded it and I want to use it.
But you're wasting ammo.
I don't give a damn.
He's got tons of it if you've looked at his inventory lately.
In fact, that becomes a problem in the next room, but,
well, clearly I am crazy and cannot understand his inventory and stuff like that. So...
I don't even think wrap your head around his upgrading, so...
Yeah.
Well, actually, it makes more sense if I'm trying to make space in my inventory, but again, that's something that will make sense in a moment. And it's a power node room, and then I realized that the door doesn't open until after the quarantine is over, So I realize that and I have to walk away, but not after going, what the fuck, what am I doing? Oh yeah, gotta kill the monsters.
Interesting.
Because the quarantine locks it down.
Yes. Now, it doesn't mean that I wasted my power node. If that had been the case, that wouldn't have mattered because I could easily just buy another.
With all the gold semiconductors and all that stuff that you have been finding.
Precisely. Oh. Yeah, one moment. I have to take care of something.
That's okay.
Please mute yourself. Okay, so we go through this rigmarole one more time. We raise the bridge. We stasis it so it doesn't go down too fast, and we drag the marker across.
So we don't have another person to just sit there and hold the button.
Apparently. And I'm guessing.
And we fight another thing of enemies.
Yep. Okay, I think I'm settling into the sequence or the pattern quickly enough.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate thing about games in this era that we're playing at. Like, to artificially increase the length and difficulty of a game, they just have these segments where you basically have to do the same thing over and over again and interrupt it with a fight. I mean, it's not more challenging, it's just more tedious.
Well, I imagine at higher difficulties, really, assuming that you're a crack shot with, you know, your weapons, ammo is probably going to be the more challenging.
Well, the fact that you have to increase the difficulty just to, like, make it challenging alone.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, because I'm the type of player who doesn't really, you know, need that much of a challenge. I would probably... Okay. I'm more of a casual player than you are. So on normal, I would probably be just fine being, you know, just kind of creeped out and dreading the next encounter. And this would probably work for me. I'd probably find this annoying, but frankly, I'm thinking this is a moment that the developers look back on, and I haven't played Dead Space 2, but I'm betting they looked kind of at this sequence and said, you know, this was not exactly the highlight.
Well, I mean, yeah, when it comes down to it, it's just the fact that tedium is not scary or anything like that. I mean, you basically slow down your action in order to, I don't know, have more firefights. They could have done away with a lot of it. I mean, I think going through this whole section, not seeing like, you land on the planet, and then all this time up to this point, nothing shows up. I think that would be way more intimidating than constantly having to fight off these monsters.
Yeah,
to this point.
I know where you're coming from.
Because
less is more.
I remember on like chapter 9 or something, there was like a room or two that he passed through where nothing happened, and you're like, So,
well,
yeah.
I think if we'd started the commentary at this point, okay, yeah, this part probably would have lulled me into a nice, you know, sense of security with nothing happening, just dragging along and along. But
it would be building the dread slowly over the period of several minutes, and then eventually it gets, you know, it goes to a crescendo. I think that.
I don't know if going from nothing to everything is a crescendo.
Well, but as you're building up the dread, it's like building up the
building up the dread depends on you know, the individual willing to basically paranoia themselves into submission.
Exactly.
Over the course of time, which I might be willing to do, but not everyone, I don't think.
You'll have to restore power to the bridges to move the marker through this area. Look for a control.
He didn't kill the other turret. It's still there.
Isaac's body is in the way of the view.
Okay, so
now he notices it.
I wonder why he's not using his contact beam.
Probably because he needs to cut off limbs with precision. Oh, there's 2 guardians there. I see. He was playing the corner.
I think the first one's still alive. Though I could also be crazy.
It's hard to tell at this distance.